What is going on? And we are live.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. This is our first, our first live podcast for the month of November. Since last week we were still in October for Halloween.
The month of being thankful. Thankful for having all of you.
Yes. We are totally thankful for everyone who's watching the live stream or watching it when it gets archived. Like everyone who comments for us or subscribe to us. Like we're always thankful for you guys.
Yeah, I see. Robert is the early bird for us.
Yes. That's the other thing. Today is also the first day of daylight savings, and I am on zero energy right now, because my body's it is now your bedtime, and and it's like, oh yeah,
What are you doing?
what are you doing? Yes. Oh gosh. This week we got some exciting stuff to go over. But before we get into that, let us introduce this podcast. This is Turtle Recall, where we look at all of the Ninja Turtle episodes, one episode at a time. This week, this Thursday, we will be releasing our breakdown of the episode Planet of the Turtles. This is Planet of the Turtles, not the Turtleoids. They're I don't know who decided to make a title of this and Turtleoids, but those two episodes get confused, and one is more popular than the other. We're not talking about the popular one. We're talking about the forgetful one. But we will have that full audio podcast this Thursday. This is just the news portion, and before we begin, I'm Jason Sohail.
And my name is Anna.
And we're going to go ahead and get into the news right now. And what's exciting about this week is first all these news came on a single day, which is amazing, which was crazy, cuz usually we get drought of stuff, and then I actually had to rearrange some of the stuff I wanted to talk about, because I felt like these were the big ones. And here Robert's over here. What's going on, Robert? He finished his Spider-Man movie. I love that movie, just to let you know. But yeah, so I cut out some of the other stuff that was, because I felt like I always, when I do the news, I always try to limit it to 3, just so we're not in here for so long. And that way, also, the full podcast isn't 5 hours long. We make it 4 hours, but then we gotta kind of cut back here. Yeah, what's really exciting about this week, though, all of our news subject is from the 3 major toy companies that make Ninja Turtle figures.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we got representation of all 3 of them. So let's go ahead and start with Playmates. This you can, if you're in Australia, we've heard this story before. You're in Australia, you can pre-order this, but we don't know anything if the U.S. is getting this or not. Every time we've said that, it has hit the U.S. But if you're in Australia right now, you can pre-order these 2 items that we're going to be talking about on the website Culture Shock Collectibles. It is an Australian site, so I checked the retail. This one that we're going to talk about now was going for 130 Australian dollars. I am not sure how much that is in American. Hopefully Tombstone can come here. He helped us last time because he's from Australia. But I mean, if you're American, you want to pre-order, you can pre-order now. Just be sure, but just know that there's import and conversion and all that fun stuff. But the first one, so both of these are actual those van sets that has the older figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, so both of these are those sets. The first one we're looking at is the Sewer Sports All-Star Ninja Turtle figures. Pretty excited for this. When Toys R Us was still around, they actually released some of these. So, if you check our studio room, you'll recognize some of these figures. But this pack will have 4 figures. These are from the sports Ninja Turtle line that came out in the 90s. When they're oh, kids like sports. kids like Ninja Turtles. Let's put them together and like, we'll sell millions.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we got Raphael as a soccer player or football, whatever country you're from. Leo as a American football player. We have Donnie as basketball with the jersey of 23 because that's Michael Jordan's jersey. Because, Michael Jordan was pretty hot when these figures came out. And then we got Mikey as a skateboarder.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So this van set.
No baseball.
No baseball. They did make later on. They did make a baseball Raph where you twist his waist and then he actually like swings the bat. And they made a hockey Leo, and I actually still have the hockey Leo. I think it's in our studio room. It's either that or it's in one of the old boxes that's in the action figure room. And that same thing, you twist them, and then it came with a hockey stick. I think I lost that hockey stick, but that one I really liked because I like the way they designed them because they actually designed it so he can hold it with two hands. Because like these figures back then, they didn't really design them to hold with both hands, and it always annoyed me with Donatello. Because Donatello most of the time held his bow with two hands. But no, it's really exciting. If you had these in the past, it's a good it's a good chance for you to get them again. Robert over here said he used to actually have Soccer Raph until he fell into pieces, and I totally believe that. Some of these actually had like action features, like I don't know if Raph did, but like Leo was able to throw the ball, and Donnie was able to like kind of like jump.
But these are like new designs or
no classic designs. Like we've seen these like with these vans. They took like the older figures.
Just new package.
Yeah, new packaging. I'm guessing the packaging is going to look like the classic packaging. I'm hoping that the packaging, especially like we see the logo over here. The logo actually has that sewer sports thing. So I'm guessing the package is actually going to have what it looked like when those figures are not that generic Ninja Turtle packaging, especially like you've seen the ones like on our wall. It has that generic Ninja Turtle one where it's all brown and everything. I'm guessing these are gonna have like more like what it looked like back then when they were.
So what is the picture on the van?
The picture of the van is like it's.
Stadium?
No, that's like the sports bus. And like Leo's driving it, and we see Raph. Unfortunately, that's our only picture we have of it. So we don't know what we don't know who's in the back or who's on the other side. Really cool. I know a lot of people. And Robert actually did say Raph had a kicking feature. Okay. I know Mikey has no feature, but he came with a skateboard. That's the only thing I know. It's actually cool. I like that they did this. A lot of people like to collect these just for the actual like van itself. We don't. So like I said, this one in Australia is going for $129.99. We don't know if this is coming to US or how much it will be in US. We've seen these things. They come to US. It goes for either like $100 or $40. Like, so I'm not like, it depends on if it's a online exclusive or it goes to retailers, basically. So that's that set. So that was cool. And that was actually a nice surprise because, these don't get re-released too often. When Toys R Us was still out, was still like in business and everything, I remember, cause I have the Leonardo and I have the Michelangelo, for those re-releases. I don't think, Raph or Don got re-released when they, did those random Toys R Us re-releases. But I could be wrong. I could have missed them. But we do have, like I said, we have another one. And this one I was a little surprised of, but then I realized, next year is 2022. And that means it's the 10-year anniversary of the 2012 series. And so our next van is actually a re-release of the 2012 figures. This one on the Culture Shock collectibles site is going for 145 Australian dollars. However, that is the same price that they're selling the Movie Star Turtles. When the Movie Star Turtles were released in the U.S., it went to Target, and it was going for $45. So I'm hoping this is going to be the same price. But oh yeah, like I said, for the 10-year anniversary, we are getting a chance to get the 6 major characters from the initial release of the 2012 series. So, if you guys are wondering what 6 are, they are the four turtles, and Splinter and Shredder.
Oh,
And
cool.
yeah, I always thought like the weirdest thing about this one. This is like the first Splinter that we got from a series where his cane doesn't have a sword. Like they didn't do like the cane sword thing. And then the actual show, he actually had a sword in his cane. I was like, oh, come on. You can't, like, just put that back in there? Like, you can't, like, you couldn't give us that, Playmates? Like, you just give us an updated Splinter with that. The Shredder, this is the first release of Shredder, so it's not the Shredder where you can take off his helmet. That's the unfortunate part. I always liked the one where you took off his helmet better. And so, to be honest, like, you know, because these figures are 10 years old, and, I mean, it felt like last year we found them in Five Below.
Wow.
So, hopefully when it comes to US, the price isn't too bad, because these are fairly, like, easier to get because of their age. And they've been re-released so many times. I am kind of curious when they do re-release these, or if they're going to be in the purple package or the green package. The purple package was the original one, but the green one is easier for them to kind of like pack together. And I wouldn't be shocked if they try to do like a hybrid of like the two. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because the purple one, the way it's shaped, it's like really hard to kind of like put it into boxes. Obviously they did, because that's how they shipped it to the retailers. But we'll find out. Or like I said, we don't know if this is coming to America or not. Right now you can pre-order them. So if you really want to pre-order them, you know, you can do it right now at Culture Shock Collectibles. You just be aware, like, first, those dollars are in Australian dollars. That's not US dollars. So you have to convert it. And I think Australian dollars, I think US dollars are stronger than Australian dollars. I'm not sure. But I think it's like, I think it's going to be around, I don't know, I think it's going to be around 90 US dollars. I have to like do the thing. And yes, I'm in front of a computer. I can like Google it, but I don't want you guys to hear the
Typing.
Yeah. That's the other thing I wanted to bring up. Robert brought up this thing. I wanted to bring it up. So next year, you know, like I said, is the 10-year anniversary for the 2012 series. That makes sense why this is coming out. So wondering if, because the year after that, 2023, would be the 20th anniversary of the 2003 series. Those figures didn't really get re-released too much. They didn't get re-released at all after the show ended, except for that Leonardo pack. I do wonder if we will get a set. Like, if we will get, like, I have a chance. Because, you know, Playmates has, like, been in this kick of, like, hey, let's re-release stuff. The only other thing I can see them not doing it, because 2023 is also when the movie comes out. And I can see Playmates, like, kicking more gear to go for the figures to go with the movie. So, I hope it gets a re-release for next year. But, like, if it doesn't, my only guess is the reason why it doesn't is because they want to concentrate on the movie that's coming out that year. But I hope it does. I mean, like, the movie's supposed to come out in the summer time anyway, so hopefully at the end of 2022 they're gonna be like, oh hey, guess what? We got the 2003 series coming out. So
Well, I kind of like, since you all of them are these vans that they have the toys inside.
yeah.
When you collect them, you kind of want to have all of them.
Yeah, no, I agree. The van, like, we've actually set up our studio room to actually have the vans.
Yes.
Like, you know, and that reminds me, we still need to do the video for another vehicle that's for the bad guys. I have plans for that one. We just got like so busy with stuff, but we're gonna do that soon. We're gonna do that before Christmas.
Yes,
Yeah,
you know
you're.
that I'm up for all the bad guys.
Oh, of course, of course. So that's all the Playmates news. Like I said, the three major toy companies. So we're gonna talk about Neca right now. And if you remember back in July, we talked about this in July during like Walmart's like collector con thing.
I
They
feel
had
like
this
whenever
mystery. What were you gonna say?
I feel like whenever you bring up the Neca, my wallet starts screaming.
Yeah. Your wallet starts screaming. But yeah, so back in like Walmart's collector con, what happened was that they had this like mystery thing. There was like, oh, it's a two figure farm pack, and then like, but the description was like completely not what, because so NECA finally, they've actually acknowledged that it was a leak. I mean, obviously, like they didn't want to acknowledge then because, like, there's always like logistics on everything. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's been leaked. You should go ahead and announce it." Like, no, it doesn't work like that because nothing gets finalized.
Oh.
But they've acknowledged the leak, and we got the reveal of the Casey and April farm pack, the 2-pack farm set from the first movie when they were like in April's like farm.
That's so cool.
Yeah, when they're in the farmhouse, yeah, it's actually really cool. So they got their outfits like when they were in there, like, you know, if you guys, I mean, I know everyone's seen the first movie because the first movie is just a classic. But if you remember in the first movie, you know, Shredder found out where the turtles live, and then he burned down April's store, and so like they were forced to run away, and also like and also they thought like Splinter got killed during that time. And so we had like a good like portion in the middle of the movie where they were in this farmhouse, especially like this is where Raph gets injured, and so we finally get like, so they have their outfits from that part of the movie, and Casey Jones has his chest hair. Like, you know, if you're hoping like, you know, for Casey's manly chest hair to be in the figure, it is there. And no, the way they kind of like released the image, there's definitely like parts they cut out, and but we see the important stuff in there, like the things I like cut out, like, you know, we see like half of April's face, we don't see all of her hands. But the most important thing is that, like, you know, we got a hammer, we got a nail, we got Leo's katana sword, because at one point Casey starts cutting the cucumbers with Leo's sword. It's a very funny scene. No cucumber though. We have a wrench. We got the turtle wax. We got the binoculars like that Casey uses like when he later leaves in the, like, when it goes back to New York.
What is this?
Oh, that is Casey Jones' mask, and that's the other thing I want to add. So we also have Casey Jones. So he has his mask, like kind of like, you know, without his face on it, and he also has two faces. He has his maskless face and his masked face. And same thing with April. She has the two faces that came in the April figure that I recently got, and I'm actually really happy we got the April figure. It looks really nice. And Danger Dog says nice. Yes, it is. It's really nice. I'm actually really enjoying it. April has the hammer when that scene, like when like they're trying to fix something, and like the turtles going, we gotta go back, and like, you know, that's actually one of the thing they actually recreated that scene in that other image that we saw. Now here's the deal. They have not released full information about this. They said that later this week on Turtles Tuesday, actually, they're gonna release full information on this, and I'm guessing they're going to address the Walmart pre-orders, because I did like get my pre-order. And oh yes, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Robert. I forgot. What I love the most is we got the drawings that April did. That was like 100% like definitely Eastman and Layard's like inspired design.
Cool.
Endangered Dog says, "I'm your man, Mr. Fix It." That's from a line from the movie. Yeah. So we don't have like all the information about this. They're gonna release that later this week. But the big thing I'm wondering is if they're gonna address the pre-orders, because I got the pre-order in. A lot of people got the pre-order in. However, this was that's how this information got leaked, was because Walmart did a pre-order, and since these figures at that time weren't like ready to be revealed, what we don't really know is if Walmart will honor those pre-orders or not. Especially Walmart doesn't NECA doesn't do online distribution through Walmart's website anymore. And that stopped after last year when people couldn't get the Raphael and Casey Jones 2-pack. And so all the Walmart figures became like in store only from then on. Even though they have listings online for them, we were never able to order any NECA at all. So not sure if those will get honored. It's also Walmart. Walmart notoriously cancels pre-orders. Like, we actually try to like order or like a dress or something for you, and they're like, "Oh no, gotta cancel it." Like, nope. We sold too many that we expected. I'm like, really? And then we went to the store and there's like 20 of them. I mean, we'll see if they honor this or not. I'm guessing NECA is going to like kind of like, I'm hoping NECA will be able to like put those holes in those pieces, because the way that NECA was wording it, it sounded like this is only going to be available on their site. That's the way that they're kind of wording it. So we'll find out. But that's really all we got for the NECA stuff. We'll have like more information about it later. All right, the last thing I want to talk about is probably like the one I'm the most excited for, and this is for Super7, and this really came out of nowhere, like just completely, like, because Playmates is known for doing these reissues. This NECA farm set was leaked, but Super7, like they came out there, and I'll actually say it was Big Bag Toy Store came out there and he's like, "Hey, guess what? We have a new Ninja Turtle Super7 like exclusive figure for you guys, because apparently November is Ultimates month for Super7, and Super7 is like doing a bunch of Ultimates like reveals and other stuff for their figures, and we got a reveal for this Big Bad Toy Store exclusive Super7 Ultimates figure of Undercover Raphael. So it is Raphael in the trench coat. All right, here's the deal. Oh, as soon as this got released, we got a bunch of messages from like our Twitter and Facebook, and people were like, "Why is it Raphael and not Donatello?" Because everyone remembers the Undercover Don figure. And that's one of the, I mean, even Super7 has done like their reaction figure of Undercover Don. And here's the thing. This figure is actually based off of the Undercover Ninja Turtle figures that Playmates did in the mid-90s. So they actually released these figures like in the mid-90s during the Power Rangers hype. So this was like them trying to still grasp those Ninja Turtle like like kids and everything, but like they were losing out the Power Rangers. And like they basically like, oh hey, let's make these new figures. The figures, like they just basically they added a hat to the older Ninja Turtle figures, and then all of them came with a cloth trench coat. Now these figures, because they were released so late in the Playmates line, and they didn't produce as much because of like that situation, the Power Ranger situation. All the retailers were like, "Oh no, we want Power Ranger stuff." Those Power Ranger figures were like freaking like 8 inches tall during that time. Actually no, I think 94. I think they went finally with that's what the Automorphin. But like the Power Rangers, Tickle Me Elmo, like all that was like crushing Ninja Turtles. This is like dark time for Ninja Turtles. Rest in and so not a lot of these were produced. And also I want to note is like most of the accessories were actually like taken from like other accessories from Raphael. He has this like kind of like the suitcase that's actually came from the Undercover Dawn figure, actually.
I actually like it.
Yeah. He also had like this satellite thing, and that was like from the Metalhead figure. Like they just recasted that mold and like gave it to Raphael. It's like, oh, here's your little thing. So that's what this figure is based off of. And
that picture is like so perfect.
Which one?
The picture.
Oh, the picture before. Yes. Oh, they did a really good job on like their showcase of this figure.
Yeah.
Now, what's crazy is like these figures, they're worth like crazy money. Each of these like turtles like in like sealed are worth about like over 1,000.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So it's really cool that Super7 like gave us a chance, even though it's like not the actual like the classic figure of it, but we have actually a chance to get these figures, because the only one I ever got was like Leonardo, and I have no idea. Knowing me, like I probably lost a trench coat or something like that. But these figures are like super hard to get. It was like one of those that I was kind of like when I was like older, when I was in college, I was trying to track them down, but even then it was like worth a lot. And I never never really had the money for it. So it's actually, I'm hoping that they do all 4 of these turtles eventually like this. This is, like I said, this is a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive right now. And it probably will forever be a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive, to be honest. But I hope they do it. Some things I do want to note about this, the figure, like the original figure, the body was like the Toon Turtle body. This one, they used the same body that they did for like their other Raphael, which is, I mean, for the exclusive thing, it makes kind of sense. Now, what is cool is that when Raphael was originally released from the Super 7 figure, he never had these closed fists. So if you have that Raphael figure and you have this one, you actually have some closed fists for that figure. His face, he has 2 different faces. It's the same 2 faces like from the Ultimates Raphael. It's just that this time he has a hat on. Like, and then what's cool is like the action figure face. He actually has the bandana kind of like hanging off to the side. I actually like the way that this one works.
I love it.
Yeah. He does come with a 6-shooter revolver. I mean now this is for adult collectors, so they're probably going to label it as a revolver. I'm pretty sure like the toy they labeled it as like this is a this is like like sewer squirting gun or something like that to make it less violent. Robert over here says Rat's going to be like, heck with these size, I have a revolver. He also comes with a video camera, night goggles, and we talked about it before. He also comes with the satellite. He also comes with 2 sides and the briefcase. I'm gonna guess that the briefcase can open up because the original toy, the briefcase was able to open up, and you're supposed to put the gun in there.
Cool.
Yeah. What he does come with that the original figure didn't come with, he comes with 2 ninja stars. He also comes with a tripod, which I imagine you can probably like attach either the satellite, the little like listener device thing. I keep calling it a satellite, but that's what it is. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be a listener device, so he can get all the the words from the people from other buildings, or the camera. And he also comes with a slice of pizza, and this is like the supreme slice. It has like pepperoni, has like sausage. I mean, it like this is like his like meat lovers like slice of pizza right here. Like not like this is like Raph, like undercover. He's on patrol. He can't just have just a slice of pepperoni pizza. He needs
More than that.
he needs more than that. So
I assume he has more slices in his suitcase.
yeah, I hope so. Like so, I would actually probably put his slices of pizza inside the suitcase. I think that's the best way. I think I like. I like that. It's really cool. And I actually really like that Super7's doing this. Like these are the figures I was hoping Super7 would do. Like the figures that were like really hard to get, and it's a great way to just kind of like, even though you're not getting the actual figure itself, but you're getting a good representation of that figure. I mean, and let's face it, like it's a modern thing, so it's a modern figure, so it's a better like it's better for posability and like better for the adult collector. Flashpoint Genesis is yes, more pizza. Yes, we need more pizza. But yeah, I like that they're doing this. It looks great. I'm so excited about this. Like I said, you can pre-order this now on Big Bad Toy Store, and yeah, definitely do it if you ever like wanted these figures. This is the cheapest way for you to get these figures, even though it's not the actual like card figures. And that is everything we have for this week. Like I said, we covered like the major toy companies here. Like they want to make sure like something for us to look forward to. I believe right now that the shipping for the Super7 is supposed to be in like Q3 of 2022, maybe Q4. I have to say, I know 2022. I mean, you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna see it like anytime soon. It's also Super7. Like when have they like released something, like showed you something, and then like it comes out like a few days later?
This time of year, people are like all in mood of like shopping,
right?
And all these companies are like,
hey,
look at this, look at this.
We got you for shopping. Thank you everyone who joined us in and commented. Thank you Robert. Thank you Endanger Dog. Thank you Flashpoint Genesis. You guys really make this awesome. We hope the rest of your night is great. Hopefully you've adjusted to the daylight savings time. If you guys are in the US, personally, it always takes me a week. And like I'm probably after this, I'm probably going to bed. Actually, no, after this we got to eat dinner because I was like, oh man, we should have ate dinner before we did the podcast. Just as a reminder, this Thursday we're releasing the full audio podcast. We are looking at the episode Planet of the Turtles. It'll be really fun. And also just as a note, we're gonna have every podcast for the rest of the month until the end of November, and then the entire month of December we will be on vacation. So, just FYI, you got a few more weeks with us, and then we're gonna kind of like
have a break.
Yeah, have a break. Have a break. But thank you for joining us, and until next time, guys. See ya.